Two guys in a mic with our producer. Step into the spotlight, survivalist troopers. Come and take a seat with the combo we provide every Tuesday. It's the Blerd Survival Guide. Two guys in a mic with our producer. Step into the spotlight, survivalist troopers. Come and take a seat with the combo we provide every Tuesday. It's the Blerd Survival Guide.
What's a Blerd? That's a black guy who's also a nerd. Reading comics, watching anime. Haven't you heard? It's Jeremy J and Miriam talking to Delirium. Naruto, then Marvel, then DC. Are you hearing him? Pop culture reverence pull them out periodically. We sync up movies with the comics canonically, and we watch a lot of TV. It's our virtual reality. I guarantee one day we'll have a TV show on NBC.
Two guys in a mic with our producer. Step into the spotlight, survivalist troopers. Come and take a seat with the combo we provide every Tuesday. It's the Blerd Survival Guide. Two guys in a mic with our producer. Step into the spotlight, survivalist troopers. Come and take a seat with the combo we provide every Tuesday. It's the Blerd Survival Guide.
It's the Blerd Survival Guide. It's the Blerd Survival Guide.
Yeah. I mean...
And we had an intro though, listening to the Cheetah Girls. The commentary on the Cheetah Girls was...
It was.
Cheetah Girls, One World.
That's what
We should do a commentary episode.
Just
That'll be
comment.
fun.
Oh, commentary. I'd be down.
Well, that'll like an or reaction episode too.
Yeah.
I feel like we do like a...
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Also like a live... Yeah, like a...
Yeah, we could go live. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Maybe.
What?
Maybe. Oh my
I
gosh.
pick my nose too much.
We'll edit it out.
Sure. It's live. But it's live.
We'll edit it in post.
Welcome back, everybody.
Welcome to another episode of Blerd Survival Guide. I am Jeremy.
I'm Jay.
And this is the eighth episode, brought to you by Disney Channel. But this week we are discussing our favorite Disney Channel original movies. DCOMs for short. That was a vital part of my childhood. How about you, Jay?
I think we were just talking about it. I came back to school on Monday morning and be like, did y'all see the newest Disney Channel original movie? Like, did y'all watch that last night?
Yeah, Fridays were
lit.
Friday at 8/7 Central.
8/7 Central. And you got to see like the cool intro. They would trace the Mickey ears. You know how many times I've practiced tracing the Mickey ears for when I became a famous Disney Channel original star?
Did you know? Have you seen the YouTube videos where they do have the them practicing, or like they do it before they add the effects?
This is Allison Stoner, and you're watching Disney Channel.
And it's zigzag.
It's not at all the shape of the Mickey ears.
At all.
I always thought I would draw them better than everybody. I'd look at them, I'm like, that's not it. I can find the corner of the TV better than everybody.
Yeah, I would practice it like when they would see it on the screen. I would like walk up to the screen and actually trace it on the TV. It's like,
and you knew
I can do this.
You had it down perfect.
Yep.
Better than Allison Stoner. Better than Raven Simone. Better than anybody.
But then next thing you know, we actually try to do it, and it's just like, oh, that's not Disney at all.
Well, now we got to do it for the Instagram.
I don't want to.
I'm not trying to practice this. I have found my career. Fortunately, this is just something I do for fun.
Hey, this is hopefully a career for me, so we'll see what happens.
I believe in you.
But today's episode, we're definitely going to get into Jay and I's favorite Disney Channel original movies. We're going to get in depth about it.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, we just here to talk to you guys. Hey, how are you today, Jay?
Man, I'm good. It's we're filming this or recording this a little bit later than we usually do, but I'm good. Man, the weekend was full and jam packed, but Monday has been calming. I feel like I guess I came into it well rested and able to do the work that I needed to do this week.
There you go, champ.
Yeah, am I picking me up good?
It should be, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if it's a thinner line, yeah. The
Okay.
thicker the line, that's you talking.
That's true.
You need get a little bit closer. That might help.
Bring it a little bit better.
There
Bring
you
it
go.
down here a little bit.
There you go.
Better.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so we're still working with we're working with two mics this week instead of one. Just trying to make everything better, make this sound better for you guys.
We're building the sound studio.
We are building. Yeah, we got a little office space now. I'll send a picture on Instagram of us have the time of our lives.
You added a picture of the new mic that we got on Instagram,
I did.
didn't you?
Yeah, just little stuff here and there. But yeah, no.
Piece by piece.
Yeah, exactly. So, Jay, how would you describe? I mean, other than coming back to school on Mondays after every weekend, how would you describe just seeing a DCOM?
So, like, It's comparable to going to see a movie in a theater for some reason to me. Just because, like, maybe it was just like the build up and the because you would watch the trailers were real, and like you would come, the time would finally come, and not to mention thinking about like seasonal DCOMs that would come out, like the Halloween Towns that would come out, and then you would watch like the Christmas movies that would come out, like the Santa one with the time machine. You remember that one?
Is it on Brenda song with like the greatest weather?
The weather machine. Yeah,
not
the time machine. It was the weather machine, and like just the anticipation for those every single week.
Yeah, if not every week, it was at least like once a month, and it was like, if they do the reruns, and then they have the new one that comes out
after all of them, and you're like, oh snap! It's time to finally get to sit down and watch it, and then you talk about it with your friends the next day. Or you would have a sleepover that Friday night, and someone would come over, and you would watch it then. It's comparable to going to see a movie, like, once a year with your friends, or in season of a friends, with your friends. I really do believe that.
And, yeah, I mean, just the nostalgic memories that it brings, like, rewatching them, thank you, Disney+.
Oh, man.
That
was the first thing that I did when I got Disney+.
Oh,
it's like I went straight to a DCOM.
Which one did you watch first?
You go first.
So the first DCOM that I watched, I just can't remember because when Disney Plus first got out, I watched Kim Possible. That was the first thing I watched. I watched that all the way through.
Great watch.
And it was
great watch.
Yes.
I mean, like Ron Stoppable to Kim
So
Possible.
yeah. So technically, if you do want to say I did watch a DCOM, that was probably one of the first DCOMs I watched. Yes, I watched Kim Possible, Soul the Drama, and Kim Possible, A Stitch in Time.
Both great movies.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, Kim Possible was probably one of my favorite Disney Channel cartoons ever.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I mean, she was hot. The music was great. Like you had Eric that played Ron Stoppable's voice,
and you had Ren that played Kim Possible.
Matthews.
Yeah, Eric Matthews.
You had Eric Matthews. You had Eric Matthews, and you had Ren from Even Stevens. Yep. She played Kim Possible.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. I mean, it was great. What's her name?
Christy Carlson Romano.
Shout out
to her YouTube channel.
Yeah, she brings back everybody from Disney Channel.
She does.
So
she does.
She invites like cast members from Disney Channel, but also like other movies, and they cook a food item from a movie or a TV show they were in together.
You know who I'm ready to exceed, but like probably won't be on the show, on her YouTube show?
Who?
Shia LaBeouf.
I don't know if that'll happen.
That's what I'm saying. It's gonna be.
Shia is like in a weird spot right now, man.
And he's always in a weird spot.
That solidifies my favorite last. It's not Kim Possible though, but it did remind me of something.
Okay, you got
So I have my top 5.
Yeah,
now.
so yeah, that's actually what we're going to move on to is actually our top 5 movies from Disney Channel, and just go into them and see where.
Yeah, we can talk about them. Yeah, per movie. I don't think we have any of the same favorite movies. We might have one
or two.
We might have one.
But I guess you want to rock, paper, scissors, who goes first? Or you just want to go back and forth? Or
yeah, let's rock, paper, scissors.
All right, you want to shoot?
Yeah.
Okay. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. That was 2 scissors. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. And
Jeremy wins. With the
paper beats rock. We ain't no Korgs about this life, you feel me?
I feel you.
Hi there, I'm Korg. All right, well, and this is technically in no particular order, but kind of a particular order. Let me get my notes up real quick. I guess starting with number 5, which is the one that we just watched. Smart House.
No. So first of all, like the lead son in this movie he's in every Luck of the Irish, as well as like I think he's a secondary character in a few other.
Is he in Phantom of the Megaplex?
Yeah.
He is in Phantom of the Megaplex. I think.
Can't remember.
I'm pretty sure.
He was. I mean, when you would see Disney Channel original movies, you would see this guy's face.
Yeah. Right. I mean, I love Luck of the Irish.
Yeah.
But I also love Smart House.
House.
Now, we're reminded of the plot in Smart House since we just watched it.
Yeah, so, I mean, the Smart House plot is basically, it's a movie that's, first of all, it's ahead of its time. Because you have a house that is essentially where we are in the 21st century, where you can have these devices that can do everything for you. Don't say their names, because we don't want to activate them in your house right now. But like, hey, A, do this for me. Well, you have, hey, Pat, you can do this for me. I have my G-Man over here that can do everything for me as well. But that's basically what the movie is, and then it turns out the house...
The AI goes rogue, and
I feel like this is one of the first AI goes rogue type movies, too.
No!
I said one of, not the first.
I mean, like, that technology being... I mean, Terminator precedes it, right? Like, I mean, you just...
Oh, definitely.
That's just like the story of technology getting too smart for our own good, basically. It's like they've programmed it, they've installed it, but they don't know how to control it.
Exactly.
Which is always the debate with technology, for that matter.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think what's interesting is thinking about it now as an adult, it really does. I think that probably was one of the first times we as kids probably had that kind of conversation.
Yeah, it's just like, what would happen if we got
if
we got a smart house?
I mean, it's like AI, right? Like that was like
we didn't
probably around the same time.
What AI was back then. That's
no,
like, what would happen?
No, not at all.
What would happen if we had a smart house? Like,
exactly.
I want a smart house at this
point. I mean, everyone wanted a smart house. I mean, I think that's what people are trying to do nowadays because they can, pretty much.
Yeah, no, like I said, we definitely got the things in our houses now.
The young millionaires of today are like, oh, I watched Smart House on Disney Channel. I'm gonna come up.
I created my own.
I'm gonna do it now.
Yeah, but other than that, I mean, like I said, it's got the 90s nostalgia with the internet, the electronic mail, the fashion with the overly baggy everything.
The boy bands.
The boy bands. Everyone knows the dancing and the choreography in it.
I mean, that was for real the big thing at the time, and I think that it captures that time really, really well.
Exactly. And you know what surprised me about this movie, though? Mm-hmm. It was directed by LeVar Burton.
Bro, you told me that freaked me out. Reading Rainbow,
Star Trek, the future host of Jeopardy, like, he
directed this movie.
I couldn't believe it. I had to look it up, make sure on multiple sites.
It was a crazy side project.
Yeah,
and I'm gonna do this in between times.
Exactly.
And it turns out to be one of the best ones.
Yeah, but other than that, I mean, like I said, it just brought back a whole bunch of nostalgic memories for me for that movie. One thing that I had in question about it was that, like, I was still intrigued about the payphones in the school. Like, he went up. That was one of the things that got me when I watched the movie. It's like he literally.
And this is like cell phones are out at this time. Like you see the dad with the cell phone, but it's that weird in between period.
Yeah, you still use. People still heavily use payphones.
You got a phone bank.
Yeah, exactly.
You got a phone bank.
He's like, let me call you on my telephone.
I mean, this is like that. People are still using pagers, even. You know,
people still use pagers now.
Not so much. People get text messages nowadays.
Well, the doctors, I'm saying, the hospital, they heavily use beepers.
Well, they have to. I guess they have to. Because like it's just the easiest.
I mean, it's different codes and stuff too.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's see. Number 4, Proud Family movie.
Great. My name is Clovio.
Yes. Did you realize his full name is Marcus Garvey Carver?
Yes, I did. And I went back. This movie gets me so weak. It's got 15 Cent in his Brinks truck.
It's called a Brinks truck. It's called a Hummer.
It's not a Hummer.
It's like, I came up here in my Brinks.
Y'all want to go for a ride in my Brinks? I mean, it's like Black History. It's like...
It's unapologetically black.
Yes, it is. It is.
Freaking phanomenal. It's directed and story-led by Bruce W. Smith, who we talked about in the earlier episode.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, he directed this movie.
Oh, man.
But like I said, it's unapologetically black.
I mean, it's Disney's... I would be hard-pressed and, like, very surprised if it was not released in February of the year that it came out. Because I mean, it really is like a big Black History Month, like shout out, you know, because besides the fact that it's like that whole thing that only thing black people did for society is make peanut butter type thing, but it's still like really trying to call attention to the impact that black folks have had and continue to have.
And that black families still have like regular people problem families.
Yes.
And it does it in a hilarious way.
I love the movie.
And that dance scene is going to always be ingrained in my mind.
Zoe broke it down.
Zoe broke it all the way down.
She broke it down for the white girls, and she knew it, too. She was like, I got to represent.
She said, I have to be the butterfly.
Be the butterfly.
Period where I knew that dance. Like, I definitely learned that.
Everyone knew, like, she went in. She went in. All right, number 3 is a 3-way tie of the High School Musical trilogy.
That's rare.
But if I have to put one above the others,
yeah,
High School Musical 2. It's Summer Vacation.
Yep.
It's
summer.
Yes.
Summer.
School's Out. It's my favorite soundtrack out of all 3 movies. Because you got Work It Out, you got I Don't Dance. What Time Is It?
Yeah. You know,
Bet on it.
I think I like I'm gonna say I like the story better.
Here's the thing, though. The story is the same in all 3 movies.
Yep. It's exactly
The story is the exact same all three movies.
Okay, fine, sure. But it doesn't involve as many characters in the same way that they do. Because Ryan starts to come on the side of the Wildcats, starts to break away from Sharpay. He's like, oh, my...
Only to become another sidekick to Sharpay back in the third movie.
Yep, like nothing happened. Like nothing happened. As somebody who came in, I had never watched High School Musical until I was 24, almost 25.
Oh boy.
And I watched them all like in a series of like maybe a couple of months, and I was like, this is the same effing movie over and over again. And each time there's a new movie, there's a different setting, but they completely forget that anything happened.
Yep.
Until graduation in senior year.
It's still the same movie, except they graduate.
It's the same movie!
Except they graduate at the end.
Bro, not really, because like Kelsey has to write the musical herself. It's not like
she did that for the.
She did that
the second movie. She was the pianist. She was the pianist at the club, as well as she wrote the music for the cast.
Sure, no,
which
but
is
not
the same as writing the play.
Not the first one. But not in the first.
She
one.
wrote the music for the play.
You don't even get to the musical in the first one.
Yeah, but she wrote the songs for it. She wrote "Bop to the Top." She wrote.
She didn't write "Bop."
She did write. She wrote "Bop to the Top." She wrote all the songs because literally Sharpay made her write a song for them. And then she made them change the key for the other song that was for Troy and Gabriella.
You're right.
And that was for the first movie, that was for the second movie, and that was for the third movie.
Yep. It's the same movie.
It is the same movie over and over again. But the second one I like because of like the
themes.
Because of the songs
and the settings.
Yes. They're all the same but different.
They're all the same but different. Same, but different.
Exactly. Number 2.
No, funny enough that you like that story enough time for it to be your number 3.
Exactly.
Your top 3. I just want to point it out.
All right, okay, keep
going. Yeah.
It's one of those Kenny Ortega was just like, we got a formula, we not gonna mess with it.
They're all gonna forget.
You're right.
Man, guess what?
And they forgot.
You did.
You're right.
I mean, they forgot. It's the formula that got popular enough for the third one to be released in theaters and not make it a DCOM anymore.
You're right.
But my number 2 pick is an underrated one in my opinion. No one really talks about it. Let It Shine.
So they don't talk about it enough because it came out in the late 2000s.
It came out in 2012.
But this thing was dope. It was a rap musical before Lin-Manuel Miranda ever did it.
No, it was 8 Mile for Disney kids.
It's 8 Mile.
You got to remember that rap battle at the end of the movie.
Well, of course I remember the rap. I mean,
at the end of the movie,
the song at the end of the movie is when he tells her that he's finally. Spoiler alert. That he tells her
he's the Ghost Rider.
That he's the Ghost Rider.
Yeah. But also he has that rap battle
where you're gonna be mad feeling that you thought you had.
But he like I said, at the end of that movie, he calls her like it's the Clarence moment, but for these 2 kids. It's like because he found out like this guy that's supposed to be like rich, doesn't care about the bully. I'm the bully. I don't care about you. I got all this money and I don't need to be working anything. Finds out that he's working at like a taxi company, doing all this like mundane work and nothing like that. And it's just like I'm gonna call you out on it because you said you this big bad MFer.
So you talking about okay? So like I'm thinking about that part, yes.
Yeah,
that part, yes.
But
like the storyline as a whole, though, is more. I guess he gains confidence in that part.
Yeah, because I mean, you remember in 8 Mile, like Bugs choked.
Yeah,
he couldn't really rap. This is the same thing.
But I guess like the difference is you get to see what happens after he doesn't choke, which is what happened in 8 Mile. Like it stops right after he wins, right?
And this technically happens. This ends the same way at that point too. That. He won the rap battle, and then and then
he does the duet with girl.
Yeah, at the church. And I mean, and that's essentially the end of the movie.
With Coco Jones.
Yeah. But I mean, it's a nice coming of age movie. And then my number 1 pick, and this is for my cartoon lovers out there. It's Phineas and Ferb the movie Across the Second Dimension.
Well done, sir.
Yes, sir. Because that was I love a TV show that like it has the continuation to go into a movie. And this basically ties it up well. It keeps the same story and atmosphere of the regular Phineas and Ferb TV shows.
Very important on a cartoon.
But expands it into a movie setting and like has the animation quality to back it up, as well as like the original songs that back it up with it. And I mean, you get to see 2 different versions of these people. And it's essentially like the Proud Family movie. You get to see these 2 different versions of the same character.
Right.
And they're able to you got the actors who are able to be versatile with it.
Right.
But yeah, that's my top 5, and I'm in love with my movies. Jay, what you got?
I usually rate these on like impact versus and like nostalgia and like lessons learned and then plot, right? Like because you can't really always do it based off the plot, as you so noted with High School Musical.
Yeah.
But going back, my number 5, and I'm so happy we talked about Christy Carlson Romano and Shia LaBeouf doing a movie together. True Confessions.
Oh boy.
Yes.
Heavy movie about where Shia LaBeouf plays a mentally disabled brother to Christy Carlson Romano's character named True. This is the first movie that I ever cried to, ever. I was like, I feel emotional toward like this scene. In this scene, it's when Shia LaBeouf gets lost in the library and he can't find his sister and she freaks out and he finds her. And yeah, just all in all, like this movie, if no one's ever seen it, I won't be surprised because it didn't get a lot of clout. It wasn't very popular, but it was a really good movie. So True Confessions.
Okay.
That's my top 5. That's my bottom. That's my number 5. Second, High School Musical, the first one.
Okay.
So that's my 4th. Sorry,
Yeah.
that's my 4th one, not second.
So how you?
Other
than the comparisons that we just had about all the movies being the same.
Just in general, I mean, like the movie was fun. It's obviously not Troy Bolton's. Zac Efron's voice, but like the story is really cute. I love the songs. The songs are classics to me. They were very much like a part of my childhood. I still know the finale dance for the Wildcat song.
I swear, if you didn't grow up and not know the Wildcats dance, it's okay, Miriam. It's okay.
It's okay. You did miss out on a piece of joy that really was great. No offense.
But it's okay. It's okay. We still love you.
Number 3. And this is where I get into my like extreme sports phase. Johnny Tsunami 2, Back on Board.
Ooh.
Because you see surfing.
Yeah.
You see skating.
Yeah.
And then you see dirt boarding. And that was some wild stuff. Like that blew my mind.
They came through with like the obscure sports that like no one really talked about and didn't see.
Right. Yeah. Like this was like it combined skateboarding and surfing and snowboarding all in one. And like Johnny's like, I get to surf on dirt and like be dope as heck at it. Like this is also right after probably I had watched Rocket Power the movie, and they did dirt boarding in Rocket Power the movie, and I was like, that's so cool.
That's cool.
Number 2.
Okay.
And it's the first movie I watched on Disney Plus when it came out. Brink. Boy,
Nice.
this movie got my identity going. Because they were soul skaters. They weren't sellouts. They soul skated. We skate for fun. We're soul skaters. I felt that line so hard.
But my boy needed money for his family.
Respect. Respect that, and respect the fact that these other teenagers were getting paid to skate.
Yeah.
Like, I'm respecting that, and I completely...
You gotta respect the hustle.
But they didn't have to be douchebags.
Also true.
Like, they were the biggest... Val was the antagonist's name, bro. And I was just like, you, Val, are a douche. He had, like, these fat lips, this long black hair, and he just looked like he just wanted to bro down with anybody and everybody at any given time.
You wanna go, bro?
Exactly.
You wanna go, bro?
Exactly.
Let's go, bro.
But the movie, the plot's pretty good because like he starts skating to like support his family. That's great. I love that. The soundtrack was dope. Like I remember like getting really hype every time like they would get in a race or something like that. And then my number 1, and again it did not get enough coverage and it was highly underrated. Color of Friendship.
You come to us all the time about Color of Friendship.
Yeah, Color of Friendship, man. If no one's seen this movie, they need to watch it. Because it really does do a great job of bringing this conversation global.
Yeah.
Because it's not just like, it brings in South Africa post-apartheid. It brings in like supposedly post-racial America and shoves them together and tells a fantastic coming-of-age story of a young white woman who is raised in South Africa post-apartheid and comes to America in the 90s and stays with a black senator who is very much social justice oriented, and he's a senator from, I think it's LA County, I'm pretty sure, which is obviously like very racially tense in the 90s.
Everything was.
It wasn't in the 90s. It took place in the 70s.
It took place in the 70s.
It came out in the 90s.
It came out in the 90s. That's my confusion.
Yeah, it came out.
It's based on a real story, right?
Well, I mean, like, it's all going, like, it's happening.
It wasn't post-apartheid. It was like...
No, it was post-apartheid.
It was a post-apartheid.
It was post-apartheid.
Right, but it was like... And it was right after, like, civil rights movement America. Yeah.
Oh, we fresh off of racism.
I mean, right after the 60s.
Fresh off of Jim Crow.
Right after the 60s. And, I mean, like, you've got Martin Luther King dying and everything. Yeah. I mean, like, that's around that time. And it tells, like, it shows... And then who has a daughter who is also... the senator's daughter is black. And they stay together. And they come together and they learn and grow from their shared experiences. It's a wonderful story. And honestly, I guess, like, the other half of my personality, you know, like, it really brought
the
social justice side of me.
Yeah.
Like, it really brought that part. It really brought it out of me. It must have.
Looking at this cast real quick, you got Carl Lumbly as the senator, who's also the voice of Martian Manhunter.
Mm-hmm.
Also Isaiah Bradley from Falcon and Winter Soldier. Yeah, I just blew your mind.
Disney.
I just blew your whole mind.
You blew my whole... What?
Yeah.
What?
He is the senator who,
the senator
is the voice of Martian Manhunter on Justice League.
But not
also
Isaiah Bradley
on Falcon and Winter Soldier.
What?
Look at it right now. Look at that cast.
Oh,
he was
my
also
gosh.
in the TV show Alias.
Fantastic TV show.
Fantastic show.
What?
Yeah.
That's crazy. It makes perfect sense in so many ways. Well, that's our top 5.
Yeah, so that's a good top 10 list. It's not an official top 10 list. We do want to hear you guys' favorite movies. I did post an Instagram post earlier today asking what your favorite were. I will post something tomorrow. See if you agree with us. If not, Miriam, do you have a top 3? I would say. I'd hate to put you on the spot.
Oh God.
3 that you can just think of off the top.
My number 1 is Color of Friendship.
Okay.
I will say that the first one I watched when I got Disney Plus was Xenon. I just think
Xenon.
Yeah.
Xenon was the first one. Well, then I watched the second one, and the second one does not hold up.
Xenon the sequel?
Nah, not at all. But Xenon, the first one, like Girl of the 21st Century, definitely holds up. Color of Friendship is my number 1. I'd probably put Smart House up there, my top 3.
I must say, the best thing about Xenon is the slang.
Zetus Lapidus.
What? Zetus Lapidus!
Zetus Lapidus! Tubular.
Things going like total spatial and like or whatever it is. Like,
what was the year setting? The year setting for that movie was
21 or something like that.
Was it 100 years in the future?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, well, it's called Girl of the 21st Century, so I'm just thinking like
it could very well be like it could be like 2100.
Actually, yeah, that's what I think.
What was the song from?
Zoom, 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 my heart go boom, boom, my supernova girl.
That's not like on any platform.
I bet it's not.
So well, it's kind of like trying.
Song.
It's a great song. It's kind of like getting
2049.
2049.
Oh my God.
We're closer to that now than when this movie came out.
Stop.
We're closer to the year 2049 than we are to the yes. Which they thought that in 2049 we would have this whole space station.
They had 50 years ahead of.
They really thought.
They had faith.
They really did. I wish you could see Jay's face. That was so funny.
Oh,
boy, they sure had some faith in that.
I mean, Elon Musk is trying to do something
he
with Mars.
He launched a car.
But he's trying to get us to Mars.
We got some. I mean, we're on Mars. We got the Mars rover.
No, I'm talking about now. He wants like
we got a helicopter on Mars.
But he wants a passenger ship to go to Mars. Like,
boy, he wants a space stay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
space like floating in the air.
He wants real deal Xenon. That's what
like
he wants.
we growing plants. Like he wants. What was the movie? The Martian.
Yeah.
He wants the Martian.
He wants us to grow potatoes with our poop. You know.
Yes.
Yeah.
That happened in what movie? That happened in Space Force.
We got our real potatoes with our real poop.
I'm
a potato.
Yeah, but no, this is a solid list. Like I said, if you have any other options for us that we didn't discuss, I mean, we didn't discuss a lot of these movies.
There's so many, man. I mean, I love the Halloween Town movies.
That could be a whole episode in itself. That could be a Halloween special or something.
Patrick in our comments.
Minus the fourth one.
Yes.
Patrick in our comments said Phantom of the Megaplex, and that movie
still slaps.
Oh, man.
Don't Look Under the Bed. That movie... Ooh.
Jeremy's never seen it because he don't like scary movies.
I don't like scary movies. So
but
it's a Disney scary movie.
No, but that thing is creepy, though.
It is creepy. The finger.
The finger, the boogeyman, man.
I'm good.
Yeah.
But what you're going to do now is you're going to hear a word from our sponsors. Hey, Anchor. And we'll be back with our weekly blurb. We'll see you guys in a minuto. Hey guys, it's Jeremy here to talk to you about Anchor, the free podcast tool that you all need. If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. First of all, like I said, it's free. There are creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your computer or your phone. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. And it's everything you need to make a podcast all in one place. So guys, go ahead and download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm on your computer to get started. Remember Hatching Pete?
Yes. Hatching Pete was a really good. Who's the guy from it? Jason, was it Downey or starts with a D?
Huh.
I remember a D being in his last name.
Details. Jason Dolly.
Jason
Dolly, Mitchell Musso.
Jason Dolly and Mitchell Musso. I was always mad that Mitchell Musso and Allison Stoner didn't get together in real life. I thought that not Allison Stoner. I'm thinking of best friend from
Hannah Montana.
Yeah,
Emily Osment.
Osment. Yeah.
Haley Joel Osment's sister.
Yes, it is. Yeah. Yes, it is. Some famous people in that area.
Famous people. All right, guys, welcome back to Blerd Survival Guide. You know what time it is. It's time for the
Weekly Blurb.
We're going to do something a little
special. It's a special day.
If you guys have seen Invincible, you know that we do not like the third person.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. Yeah, for anybody who hadn't seen it.
I highly encourage anybody to check out Invincible if you haven't.
The voice acting is top tier, and it is a story on top of the story.
The casting is unbelievable.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, like...
The amount of people that they got to actually voice act it.
John Hamm is in the first episode, and he's not even a main character.
No, he's not even a side character. He was an extra. That was just part. Just not even part of the main story.
Not at all.
He was like, I want to go see my son. That was it.
That's it.
That was his arc. But this is...
If you have checked it out, and you've seen it to the finale...
There is one character in particular that has... angered many a fan of this TV show.
Deeply frustrated.
That goes by the name of Amber. And it is now time for Amber Slander.
Oh my God. So done. Well done.
We are done with this woman. Oh,
I mean, all right, so her character's flawed in the first place, right? Can we start there?
She toxic.
I mean, I want to talk...
I want you to know. I'm starting with episode 2 when he's getting his face beat in by the bully, even though he's got powers, quote unquote.
Yep.
She's just like, I've had guys fight for me all the time, but this is the first time a guy's actually been beaten up for me.
Oh my God.
Why is that? Why?
Why does that turn you on? Why is that the thing?
That's the second episode.
I'm not trying to watch anybody get their ass beat for me.
No, that's not how a relationship works.
And so
that's where it started. That's where it started. It's like,
for real, that's where it starts, because it goes to this point where he's going to protect her, which is what he did to get her, mind you, and she knows who it is. But
he started off as a protector of just like, I'm going to be a chivalrous gentleman. Yep. I'm going to protect her because homeboy is being a bully, so I'm just letting him punch me all he wants. Sure. This is all he wanted to do. Then he became a superhero, and it's just like, all right, now I got to really protect her because this person I love I got to protect her. I got to protect my secret. And that's the thing. That's the thing with superheroes.
But she knows she likes that
exactly.
about him. And then when he does it, she's like, "We're done. We break up." I'm
Where have you been? Why didn't you come to this thing? Why did this, wait? You want
setting him up to lie to her?
Right.
Setting him up to lie to her, which she knows he's got to do and has to do because why? I've known you 3 weeks, and my secret identity is not
my secret identity. Why can't I keep my private life private?
Boy, well, so she's toxic. And I think the toxicity.
She would rather have him come to a soup kitchen than him save the world.
Big facts.
That's literally what happened.
But the toxicity starts before that. It starts in the creation of this character, right? Because in the original comic, she's white,
and
she's white.
That's the T, folks.
She's white. She's white. It starts there.
And I understand that TV nowadays has to include diversity on top of diversity.
We want diversity.
Awesome.
We want representation.
I don't want an angry black woman.
I don't want a token.
Because she is the only black woman that I've seen in that whole series so far. Think about it.
I haven't seen her parents, have you?
There you go.
And I mean, like,
Rap is ambiguous.
Like not even.
At best.
Yeah.
She's not even like a good token, bro. Because like at the end of the day, they take these personality traits that were present in this white woman from the original comic and apply them to her. The personality traits, the historical backing that would probably like create this woman. Like she has no reason to be the way she is. She has wealth. She is fine. She is well taken care of. She has no reason not to trust somebody, but she has all these trust issues for some reason.
The only thing that's changed from the comics to the cartoon is that she's a different skin color.
Yeah.
That's it, and it is
and
angry.
I mean, and that goes into like the representation in the community, and like in the production team, in the writing team, in the editing team. Like no one really checked this and was like,
no one from the get go was just like, hey, this ain't cool.
I mean, I'm not asking you to change the story up all the way, but like at least make it believable.
We could have had an original character before we met Amber. Amber could have still been a white girl. We could have had this black girl.
Because at the end of it, it doesn't even matter.
No, because I mean, yeah, this is like spoilers for the comics.
Spoilers for the comics. He doesn't end up with her.
No, we can leave it at that. We don't have to say who he ends up with.
No, and it's just like all this unnecessary representation, quote unquote, representation.
Misrepresentation.
Boom,
bingo.
Boom, bingo. that causes frustration for everybody. The fans of the original comics, frustrated. The black people that are watching this, frustrated. The fans of good writing, frustrated. Like, come on, like, why you gotta be
another
lazy
angry
like
word?
that? Another angry word.
Just all the angry words. But I mean, she goes through the whole series as like, I'm gonna be the smart aleck girlfriend that's like got the attitude, and I'm gonna be a will they won't they kind of deal. Turns out, you were lying. It's not that. It's this situation. It's not that you didn't tell me. It's that you lied, and that is the worst representation of that sentence, because that's exactly what she did. And then,
she sets him up for it.
Exactly.
Dude, like,
that's why. And
then when he tells the truth, I knew you were a superhero. Bitch.
Like, what? How did you know? And you go act like that. How do you know this and you act that way?
Like, well.
And you see, the thing is, you see the parallels between Amber and his best friend. Yeah. Best friend found out. I was like, oh my god, my best friend's investment. It's like if I found out Jay is a superhero, I'm gonna be like, whoa, yeah, awesome. Jay, take me flying, like he did. It was like, hey, take me flying real quick, please, and took him flying.
And sure. Like, don't come at me with like it's her being a teenager. No.
She's being a toxic teenager.
She's being a bitch.
Like it just puts.
And then she comes back in the final episode. Spoilers again.
That final episode. Not even the final episode. She comes back at the end of the episode.
And two episodes before, she's left him for being a superhero.
He's come back. He's gotten his ass whooped by his dad. Spoiler alert.
She watched him on her computer.
The world is watching him get his butt beat. Literally beat to a pulp. Spends 2 to 3 weeks in the hospital. Superhero healing. Get back to normal. After that, comes to his front door. Kisses him, hugs him, and are we a thing again? I guess so. If you want to.
No.
But if that's not the most teenager relationship I have ever
As soon
seen.
as soon as he opened that door and it was her, I flipped the screen off.
Bro, so I think it was the first time they show her watching him get his ass beat. Me and Miriam both chucked the middle finger up like, I don't care about her. Right. I'm so over her. Watching you has been the most displeasuring thing about this experience ever.
Yep. We honestly could have gone this whole season without Amber.
She's not necessary.
No.
She's about as necessary as...
I'm worried that they're going to set her up to be... I don't trust her.
You think she's going to be a villain or
yes!
something? I feel you.
I don't think so.
I don't think so, but I
think it's just this toxic... I think she's supposed to be like the human side, the human villain of this whole show.
That's fair.
The human struggle thing, like the thing that like he's struggling with as
a human, as a half human, half Vulture.
I hear you. I mean, she's about as pointless as old boy Scorpion Light is in the new Mortal Kombat movie.
That's a whole nother tangent.
I mean, yeah. Well, I'm just sorry. While we talk about things we frustrated.
I mean, we can be frustrated. We can be. I'll allow it.
Be frustrated.
I'll allow it.
You paid to watch it.
Yeah, I paid to watch this movie in a movie theater.
In theaters. I'm sorry.
Yeah, man. And I mean, it was.
I took advantage of the HBO Max.
It was cool to go back to the movie theater, and I just wanted to see it. I thought it would be dope. Seth thought it would be dope. I agreed with Seth. I was like, let's go see it. And come to find out,
disappointed!
Like, just the dopest part in this movie, though, that was also corrupted by a line at the end of it, was the flawless victory when Liu Kang shoved that woman's head through the spinning thing. And then he comes back and he goes,
flawless victory.
And I'm like,
Liu Kang.
Campy.
What?
Yeah, man. I mean,
what?
Like, but back to Amber. Sorry for my tangent.
But I digress.
Exactly. She ultimately, as a whole, is a poorly written character. Has, in my opinion, doesn't mean jack. She's a poorly written character.
Hella problematic.
That was problematic, poorly executed, and at the end of the day,
she could have stayed white.
She could have stayed white. We don't want her.
We don't. She not invited to the cookout.
Never that. She coming in with her problematic issues, going Byron.
Get. G-I-T. Get.
You thought you knew this man was a superhero the whole time, and asked him probing questions. That's my piece on Amber.
All right, everybody take a big woosah after that. That was. Ooh, I'm sitting here sweating from that. That was a lot. That was a heated debate, but we're going to switch on over, get back to a little lighter side of life, and get our weekly survivalist tip from our producer, Miriam. Miriam, what you got for us this week?
I don't know about lighter necessarily, but my weekly survivalist tip is please go and donate, check out, share, post about your local free store. Recently, the Birmingham, if you live in Alabama, or the Birmingham metro area, our free store was recently broken into, which is very unfortunate, and they could use all of the donations and assistance now. Follow them on Instagram, Beham Free Store, B-H-A-M, Free Store, all one word. If you live in a different metro area, if you live in the Atlanta area, check out your local free store, donate. Give the free stuff that you don't need that's just laying around, just donate it. They would love to give it away for free. So, yeah, that's my survivalist tip. Keep on surviving, everybody.
Nice.
Thank you, Miriam.
Nice. Well, that is another episode of Blerd Survival Guide.
I love this episode.
Yeah. We got into it on our
DCOMs.
On our DCOMs, we got into it on the Amber Slander, and we're gonna keep on going from there. Remember to follow us on all of our facets and whatnot.
Blerd Survival Guide, at Blerd Guide.
And that's on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at Blerd Survival Guide. Email us if you have any questions, comments, or concerns. Comments on our posts. BlerdSurvivalGuide@gmail.com. Remember, guys, get vaccinated. We're almost there. We're almost at a post-COVID world where we can see each other and hug each other again.
Is almost over.
It's almost over. I'm ready for it to be over. I want to hug people again.
Right.
But other than that, keep surviving, everybody.
Keep surviving, everybody.
Listen to the theme song.
Two guys in a mic with our producer. Step into the spotlight, survivalist troopers. Come and take a seat with the combo we provide every Tuesday. It's the Blerd Survival Guide.
It's the Blerd Survival Guide.
Hey!
Survival Guide.